Hi guys and welcome back to another DrAce video, and today we're going to be playing MotoGP 23. It is now time for round 6 of our MotoGP 23 career mode, and it is time for Mugello. Oh my goodness, take a look at that qualifying time from Malaysia Spargo. Ladies and gentlemen, that's Q1, and he set a time faster than the esports champion, or near enough to. That is absolutely ridiculous. So guys and gals, I'm starting with the back of the grid, but the craziest thing about today's video is who starts on the front row. Ladies and gentlemen, let's just go and see. Let battle commence. So here we are then, from the last position on the grid. I don't know if you can see who's on the front row, but just take a look in the top left hand corner the second the lights go out. There it is! Taka in pole! Augusto Fernandez in second and Pol Espargaro in third. What the hell happened to my MotoGP 23 career mode? Good lord. I can't believe it. Oh, is someone down? I've seen a big kick up of... oh my goodness, it's one of the Aprilias. Was that Alicia? Was it Vinales? Can't quite see. Where is Augusto Fernandez going? Oh my goodness. What a bonkers start here in Mugello. We started dead last and we're already up now to 12th position. What a crazy start this has been. I guess it's going to be causing mayhem with those slower riders being up at the front. Oh, nice move there from Joan Mir, diving over the inside for Borgo San Lorenzo. I know how easy the AI are going into Casanova and Cervelli, so I'm hoping to regain some positions. Oh, there is Augusto Fernandez, as a matter of fact. Oh, big contact with the rider. Oh my goodness, he's down. That must have caused that. But that's the rider who obviously I replaced in last season for MotoGP 23 career mode, and here comes Marquez pushing me wide. I tell you what a boost that was. Marquez giving me a helping hand, and there's Taka. Taka's up to third. Terrific stuff from the Japanese rider. Points are bound to be ensued for the number 30s. Wow, Bastianini. Wow, oh my goodness, I was not expecting that. He flew past me there going into Corantayo. But I guess I didn't even really get a chance to point out that we're up to 5th place. What a cracking start that has been for us. There is Taka Nakagami, but as I mentioned, I think with Taka, Augusto Fernandez... oh, I've completely messed it up! Oh my goodness, I apologise to Bastianini. That was completely messy. Hit the brake a little bit too hard there, and you've seen the rear tyre just lift off the floor and push me straight into the path of Ducati. It looks like we're getting quite the rival of myself now in Enea Bastianini. God, there's so much to discuss in this Grand Prix so far that it's hard to even keep up, but Jack Miller has the lead temporarily. He dropped it again. That's the second time he's binned it in the lead. He did it in Jerez, and now he's done it here in Mugello. Taka's wide there for Luco. He's going to go run it deep there as well, so I'll go for the tighter line again into Poggio Secco. Ladies and gentlemen, we're up to second temporarily as Taka. Does he go around the outside? I think he might. Get back up with the head. Oh, Bezzecchi! Lord Almighty! Oh my God, I thought Bastianini was going to touch the rear tyre there. What a crazy race this has been so far. I can't even get in the things I'm trying to say regarding the commentary. But honestly, there was so much... oh my God, Bastianini again! Oh, that was aggressive. That was too much. I think I absolutely killed him. Yeah, that was wrong. That was absolutely wrong. That's payback from... in fact, no, I think I already had payback. Christ almighty. I didn't think it'd be that aggressive. I just wanted to try and get past him for a bit of payback on what he did to me up here into Corantayo, but oh my lord. He's going to be absolutely livid. I apologise, guys. That was rotten. That was absolutely rotten, but to be honest, the way the AI treats you in this game, I give up. I give up fighting clean. Let's just be dirty like they are. Oh my God. That was absurd. This whole thing has just been a mess. That's the most aggressive I've ever been with the AI. That was bonkers. Well, we finally had a moment now to actually relax. We're ahead of Marc Marquez. He's there in third place as the dust has settled momentarily. But here comes Marc Marquez. He's going to have me up on the inside. Bit of contact with against the AI. Bit more gesticulation between the pair of us. And Bezzecchi! Bezzecchi's off the circuit! What the hell's going on with the 120% difficulty AI? What is happening here in Mugello? Marquez is now wide. Keep it together, Mark. This is why I don't care too much about being aggressive with the AI. Look at that. Fly back onto the circuit with reckless abandon, Marquez. Good lord. And now he's deep for Maserati. He'll have to keep it together. Oh, he's gone down. Oh, no. Oh my God. What is going on? Every single rider just binning it left, right and centre. This is absolutely bonkers. This has been the most ridiculous race I've had in MotoGP 23 career mode. And here comes Bastianini. See, I told you it didn't matter if we hit him hard and aggressively like we did earlier. He's still right there, he's still fighting, and he's still going to give it absolutely everything. For the record, though, I know I was really aggressive with Bastianini. I absolutely love Enea Bastianini in real life. There's not a single MotoGP ride that I don't like. And the same as World Superbike and BSP as well, but when you're racing against the AI, they're not real. Give it everything you've got, ladies and gentlemen. I know how aggressive and unfair the AI can be in this game. Look at Fabio, he doesn't care either. He's diving up the inside into Quarantaio. I don't think I'll give... Oh, not quite. I was hoping to choreograph that then, so I turn in at the right moment and take it through. But I tell you what, Fabio, if... it didn't work. And what I like to do sometimes, I know it's wrong, but if you lean in the AI, they can actually pull you around that corner. And now I'm onto the curb. That's all my momentum gone. Any position of a possible podium now is probably gone. Oh, Alex Rins is up into the top 6. Good job for the only Honda to win last season, of course. And now Enea Bastianini's done the same. He's done the same. Bastianini has thrown it to the scenery. The two... oh my god. The two Monster Energy Yamaha riders are now first and second. Oh, beautiful clean overtake though on Frankie Morbidelli. Not quite. Oh, he had a bit of a wheelie there. Put him in a perilous spot as Fabio now has the advantage. I feel really good here in Mugello because of course we did the practice and then we did the Ace Academy Cup. I've had quite a lot of time spent here in Mugello. Oh, around the outside of Frankie. Nicely done there going into Casanova. Now into the left hand side for Savelli. Oh, apologies, that's my line. I know it's not a clean line, but clearly it gets the job done. But with the AI having so much more advantages than the player, no fuel wear, no fuel reduction, no tyre wear, no penalties, no track limit warnings, and of course they don't have the pickup effect mid-corner, so you know what? Me doing stuff like that, it balances things out. We're still on the hardest difficulty in the game, and sometimes this is how you got to do it. I'm not an esport player, I ain't got the same skills as those guys. Just giving it everything I've got to make the content interesting and fun, and that's exactly what we're doing here today. Still feel guilty about the Bastianini one though. Oh, beautiful overtake though, and to Biandetti won. Cleanly done this time around, probably the only clean overtake in the entire Grand Prix so far. In fact, probably out of the entire career mode. Everything's been aggressive. But he will have that inside line. The AI can just pick it up and go, unlike we can. But to start lap 5 here, I've got a double slipstream between the two Yamahas. Can I squeeze through? Oh, Fabio's going to turn in a bit on me. That's not quite what I was hoping for. But onto the brakes. Frankie temporarily had the lead. Does Fabio go for a lunge? He does not. Franco is very wide though, so he will not be retaining the lead. In fact, he's still very much there, getting pushed and getting sandwiched between the pair of them. Oh, Frankie's wide. He doesn't turn back in too early, does he not? Thankfully he does not. So, Quartararo in the lead. I know I can get past him going into CNS, Casanova and Savelli. Careful on the curbs there. I did crash in the qualifying by touching that curb. Look at Frankie. That's clean. That's beautiful. That's classic Frankie Morbidelli. But I think I'll have it back. Round the outside into Casanova. Into the left-hand side for Savelli. Let's not go too aggressive on the power this time because I'll make more contact. Now on the right. Arrabbiata 1. 2 magnificent corners together here in Mugello. Back end of the circuit now, approaching to the middle. Hard on the anchors, not too aggressive though, because if you brake too heavy there, you can lift the rear wheel up. Never brake hard into a downhill section. But as it stands, this has been a good lap. This is probably the only one that we've not really had too much banging and barging. Of course, the first part of the lap it certainly was with the two Yamahas, but you know what? As it stands, we're good into Biandetti 1 and now into Biandetti 2, closing in. If I can get the lead going into this final corner, we can possibly understand. Here we go, he's going to push me in. He's going to push me in. Look at this, 0.3 of a second, now almost 0.4 of a second gained just because of the AI pushing me in that corner. Look at that, half a second improvement simply because the AI carried me in that corner. That is the difference between the player and the AI's corner speed in this game. That is ridiculous when you think about it. Frankie, oh god, oh, that was a double whammy from the Yamaha. Contact into the Red Bull KTM from us. thus resulting in more contact with the Yamahas. Oh my god, it's Dodgems here, ladies and gentlemen. Demolition Derby as it stands. But my plan was to hopefully lead across the line and then keep the lead going into Casanova and Savelli, where we can possibly gain a bit of an advantage. Fabio is still really neck and neck, but he will not outbrake me into Casanova and Savelli. Not a chance. We go into the flip-flop. First part done. 0.2 of a second advantage. Up to 3.5. Up to half a second, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my god, are we going to start from 22nd in a sprint and come away with a victory? God knows I've been aggressive. God knows I've had so many lucky crashes in this one from the AI, but this could be it. We could be looking at a first victory here in Mugello, here in the sprint, in Italy. I've never won here in Mugello in MotoGP, in Moto3, or even in Moto2. This could be it. The Ducati grandstander imploring Pecco to get a move on, but I don't think he's going to be close enough. Quartararo is within 0.4. He can basically take that away from me into the final corner though, so we've got to make sure we get this absolutely nailed. Good, tight, clean apex back into third gear to keep the power on. The gap's 0.5. Get on that power, accelerate with everything you've got, and I think we've got the job done. I can't believe it. From last to first, we win the sprint. Ladies and gentlemen, wow. Oh my. Pecco took second. Goodness me. He must have pinched that on the line, but wow, what a bizarre race that was. Where did it... Oh, Taka! He was a position away from a point. And here Bastianini fastest man, but he did finish penultimate to last position. And looking at the championship standings, it did put us 37 points now towards our competition. That's all very well and good, but we do have Sachsenring coming up, so the points I've gained today will probably be very much forgotten about in the German GP. But anyway, let's move on to the full race. So here we go again then, boys and girls. I don't doubt for a second that this one's going to be just as aggressive and as wild, so I apologise in advance if you're not keen on that sort of racing, but it's bound to be the same way, because look at this. Like, the advantage that AI have in some of these parts of this game, I guess, to be honest, it actually makes it interesting, because if he didn't have that so much of an advantage, maybe then we'd just disappear. As Bastianini again, are you joking? He's throwing it to the scenery again for the third race in a row. What's happening to him? Oh my god, there Fabio and Bezzecchi made contact there. I thought that one of them was going to go down. Augusto Fernandez is still leading this Grand Prix as we go 2 for 1 into Materassi. Oh, why did I have to speed? That's a terrible position to be in. Oh, we live a very fortunate life. Very fortunate indeed. What's Jack Miller doing? What's Jack Miller doing? Oh my god. Oh my god. What was that? I'm sorry I've gone. Oh no. Jack Miller. What did you do? What did you do to Taka? Oh, I am sorry. I am sorry. Oh my god, I damaged him to do it early there. I almost actually went down to first gear, then I pressed it. I thought I pressed it too many times. I can't believe that. I cannot believe that. What in the Lord's name was that? Oh, well, Jack Miller, thank you. That's a YouTube short. That is absolutely a YouTube short. Oh my god. Keep it together, Matt. Keep it together, mate. Come on. Oh, Jesus. Alright, I need a moment. I need a minute. Come on. Thanks, Johan. That's it. Give me a bit of a push, mate. We'll get there. Oh, man. Right. So, ladies and gentlemen, that happened. That absolutely happened a moment ago. I'm speechless. That was the most stupidest thing in the world. I thought that was Marco Bezzecchi leading as well. It's actually Luca Marini. Luca is having a stellar race as it stands. And here Bastianini went down in the first corner. Augusto Fernandez crashed into Materassi. Onto the flip into Borgo San Lorenzo for turn 5. I have no idea who was taken out in that skirt. Marini's gone down as well. Oh, and he's hit Zarco. What is going on? What is actually going on right now here in Mugello? This has been absolutely bonkers. This has been ridiculous. I have no words. I can't believe this. I'm struggling for the adjectives, if that's the correct terminology. I can't understand what is going on. Ladies and gentlemen, answers on the comment section down below. That's mad. Have we won this then? Is that it? Have I got 11 laps now just to pootle around the fantastic circuit of Mugello and hopefully take a 25 points? I can't believe that. That is that's just, I don't know. I'm lost for words. I can't believe that AI is like that here. It wasn't like that last season, so I don't know what's triggered this. This whole weekend has been bizarre. I did the first free practice. I couldn't get anywhere near the pace I was doing in the normal time trial where I had a fully upgraded bike, of course. And then comparing it to this, I'm off the circuit again. I'm absolutely lost for words. I can't believe that's happened. Enea Bastianini was terrible in the in fact, something else I mentioned I've completely skipped over. Pecco Bagnaia didn't even get into Q1. It's Q2, I think. I think on the screenshot at the beginning he didn't go to Q2 directly, but he had to go through into Q1. And there was riders in Q1 that really shouldn't have been in Q2. I'm sorry, I've lost my head now. I've absolutely lost it. I can't believe this. This whole weekend has been bizarre. There wasn't any rain either, so it's not like there was a wet situation and the riders couldn't compete. Everything was dry. Dry in the same conditions all the way through. Riders had plenty of time to practice. I don't know. I honestly don't know what's happened here in this one, but as it stands, 1 second ahead of Marco Bezzecchi. Marc Marquez is in 3rd. Paul Espargaro is now up to 5th. That's fantastic. Well, he actually started 2nd or 3rd. So he's having a terrific race. Alex Rins up to 7th. Morbidelli still very much in there. But Pecco, Enea Bastianini. Who else was in the Championship Challenge? I guess Aleix Espargaro. I think the two of them, though, the factory Ducatis, they must have been taken out either at the beginning of the Grand Prix when Bastianini went down. I think Pecco got took out into turn 5 when Augusto Fernandez crashed. But then Luca Marini crashing in front of me, and then Marquez in the sprint. I don't know what's happened to the 5th corner. But AI are clearly having difficulties in that corner. But there's one concern of mine right now is that I am not building a lead ahead of Bezzecchi here. It actually feels like now he's behind me in 2nd. There's a bit of rubber banding going on. I was able to maintain a lead, or I was able to catch them up rather quickly in the sprint. But here, now I've got the lead, I can't keep up with them. I can't get away from them. They're still very much there. Half a second it is then the gap. 0.4 of a second as we go into the left-hand side for the 4th time of asking in today's, well, I guess it's not the video, but 4th time of asking in this race. 45.435, personal best of the session. Only 2.5 of a second difference to Marco Bezzecchi, but it looked like he took away way more time from me from just going over the long straight. But we know that AI struggle into Casanova and Cervelli. This is the moment where Jack Miller absolutely destroyed Takaaki Nakagami. I don't think I've seen a crash that bad in MotoGP. Oh God. I almost did what Gilzo did in the MotoGP 23 Ace Academy Cup. He touched the apex there, lifted the bike up promptly before he crashed, and good lord, it was almost a crash. Almost did the same then. That's just too busy gawking at the live standings on the left-hand side there rather than concentrating on the main action. Oh man, what a race this has been so far, but I don't think I'm going to get away from Bez, so I need to just keep on churning out the low 145s or mid 145s. I think that's my potential with the second power option. But with the best tyres available for this track as well, we should be more than sufficient to last throughout the Grand Prix. And not like in Jerez where the tyres started to wear. My goodness, Bezzecchi's right behind me, isn't he? Maybe it's not a fairy tale then. We won the sprint and that's a fairy tale enough, I guess, but this seems that Bezzecchi's going to really... Yeah, I think he might, you know. Is he going to go for the lunge in turn 1? I don't think he's close enough yet. It's a bit deep, but he might be breaking the hearts of the British fans. The Italian fans will be chuffed a bit. Shout out to those who are Italian who's watching the video right now as Bezzecchi got really close to the rear tyre going into turn 2. Now onto the power. Do appreciate the second power option because you don't spin up the rear when you accelerate, so you can get quite aggressive. Could have swore I seen a yellow flag pop there, but must have been distracted probably from a Valentino Rossi flag. Of course, you know what? So something off topic here. This is completely random, but for a future video in a MotoGP wish list, I want to see the smoke effects. You know, like the big smoke plumes that they drop in Mugello, where you got all the yellow for the VR46 fans. It'd be great to see something like that in the game. The big clouds of yellow, and the blues of the Yamaha and the reds of Ducatis. We really need to see that for future MotoGP games. I know it's unnecessary for the feeling and the physics and everything else of the bike, but I just think extra immersion goes a long way. I do my best to keep the commentary immersive, but it doesn't always work, especially when I'm laughing at Jack Miller taking out Taka Nakagami. That'll never not be funny. But I'm glad that's virtual, by the way, because if that was real, I would have been very concerned for both men in question. I don't think Jack Miller was able to get back on the bike, and I don't think he's going to secure any points. But the interesting part is, Taka Nakagami's sacrifice ensured that I should still keep enough points ahead of Jack Miller, even for the Sachsenring race. And oh my lord, look at Bezzecchi. He was on the grass and he was still be able to overtake me. Good lord. He will have the line here, but he's not taking the first corner. Oh, he has now, though. Cleverly done. From a very patient 120% AI for a change. Deep into Luco, though. They keep getting that wrong. They didn't do that once in the qualifying. I was following one of the riders, I think it was Pecco. I think it was one of the Ducatis at least, and he absolutely blasted that corner. Digi, fastest man on circuit. Oh, clean move from Bez, but I'll have it back if you don't mind. Very nervous that he was going to touch my rear tyre there, which he did, kind of. But thankfully with the angle there, the AI didn't just knock me down, so that's pretty good. But getting back to the point regarding Sachsenring, I did a poll a few days ago regarding the conversation regarding dropping the difficulty. In fact, no, I didn't do a poll. Actually, I said I was going to, but I never did. But in Le Mans, I asked the question if you want me to reduce the difficulty in Sachsenring, because obviously it's a track where the AI is broken. They're effectively too strong for any player. Even esports players are going to have a very difficult time competing with the AI. And you guys said not to drop it, so we won't. But bear in mind, we probably won't score a point in Sachsenring. I might be up there fighting for decent, maybe for the first couple of laps, I don't know, but I hope so, that I'll be able to fight for some points, but it's unlikely. It's possible, but it's improbable. So I would likely say that we will lose a lot of these points gained from today, but the interesting part is that Jack Miller, if he doesn't get 37 points within the gap, then it should be alright, even if we don't get any points in Sachsenring, to still acquire extra upgrades. I'm not quite fighting for Tio. Has Bez done it? Yeah, oh, I thought Bez was going to go wide then. It looked like the same animation that Bastianini was going to do in turn one in the other one. Oh, Bez goes back up on through. But apologies, I'm trying to explain this to you as well, but to fight with Bezzecchi is never easy, of course. But Jack Miller, middle 30s. Bez has gone wide. I knew it. I actually knew that was going to happen then. I knew it. You could just tell with the way he went into there was the exact same way Marquez did it in the sprint, and the exact same way that Augusto Fernandez and everyone else who've crashed there did it the same way. Luca Marini did it exactly the same. It's as if you trigger it when you brake early, if that makes sense. It's like they're watching what the player does and they react to it. That's the only way I can explain it. Every time I brake there, that's when they seem to make that mistake. If that's the case, then you better believe I'm going to do it every time. Oh no, off the circuit there. But anyway, desperate to get this point across, but I just can't seem to find the words for it, so I do apologise. But basically, Sachsenring will probably acquire no points. I'm pushing to get #1 leadership in the Red Bull KTM. Jack Miller is the leader, of course, and every single time we beat him in the team objectives, we get that step closer to being the team leader. Now, this one is referring to points, as you can see in the bottom right corner of your screen, so therefore, I need to at least acquire 36 plus points, or 37 points plus, to ensure that Jack Miller does not beat me in points, so we can still get the upgrades available for Silverstone for the next test after the Assen Grand Prix. There you go. That's what I was trying to say. Apologies that took so long. I was really struggling to find the words to explain it. This race has just completely caught me off guard. I just was not expecting any of this. This has been absolutely manic. And we still have 5 laps remaining. We've still got plenty to go. Marc Marquez, who was consistently 2 seconds behind us during that fight with Marco Bezzecchi, is now within 0.3 of a second. That's exactly what I was referring to earlier when I said about rubber banding. Every single time, he was still 2 seconds behind us, even when Bez and I were fighting. Yet, now, the gap's closed in rather quickly just because Bez is no longer there. I lost a bit of time, granted, but not enough to pull in that much time. There's certainly some sort of rubber banding going on with the 120% difficulty AI. By the way, if you didn't know, I'm on 120%. I'm sure I've said it enough times already. It's just that I know other people aren't using it, and yeah, apparently they're faster than me, so just putting that out there, ladies and gentlemen. You get nothing but transparency from me, boys and girls. Everything you see on screen is everything what I'm doing. Just giving it everything. And you know what? You're about to see Marc Marquez take over here. Do you know what happened to the last rider who got past me, Marquez? Yeah, I do too. See how it goes. I'm really struggling getting it right into Pacini again. Yep, Marquez is through. I'll let you have that because I'll use your power and the slipstream effect to drag me closer. Keep an eye on Alicia Spargo in 3rd as well, boys and girls. 1 second behind us. Look at that speed though on the straight. Engine power 8 working a treat here in Mugello. Shouldn't have downshifted too prematurely there. Just noticed that the rear tyre slipped ever so slightly. Will Marquez run it deep into turn 2? Oh my god, why did I... Oh, Lord almighty. I thought that was it for sure. I downshifted to first by accident. I would never downshift to first gear there. That was a complete mistake. Oh, Marquez, he was lucky. If there was a person to save it going into turn 5, it would be that man on your screen right now. I accidentally pressed the R1 button, which is I've set down to me as being my downshift. I just slipped on it twice when I was moving my finger across to the trigger there. Wow. That was scary. I reacted so quickly though in the panicked state with the fingers. They did all the work. I don't think I even realised what happened. It was purely on I can't even think of the word to describe it. Apologies. I've lost my head here in this one today. That's completely caught me off guard. Just the reaction time of being so zoned in to do it there. But into Correntino, then turn 12, 0.4 of a second it is. We have 3 laps remaining. Are we going to pull off an absolutely unbelievable feat? Marquez is rapidly closing in. I can't get those good lap times in like we were doing earlier. Maybe it isn't rubber banding, maybe it's just me going worse. I've got power setting 3 to use if I need it. I don't like changing it mid-race because I find you get so used to a certain power that changing it over to the other, you've got to relearn a little bit, if that makes sense, because of course the twitchiness nature of power setting 3, the AI are putting in 1:44 lap times now. Wow, there's nothing I can do here. A 1:44.2 from Bez. I mean, I can do better than that in a time trial, but for career mode, I don't stand a chance. I was really disappointed with my lap times in the practice, to be honest with you, because I was expecting great things, but I'm hindered by the MotoGP 23 progression season series. Oh my god, has Marquez done it? He hasn't. He was very close though. Marquez dicing with death in the latter stages of Mugello. This is he's carefree from the 8 times world champion. Oh my god. 43 points to Jack Miller. Has he gained a point? Oh, he is. He's losing points there. Look at that. He just changed to 44 now. We didn't gain any positions, but Jack is clearly somewhere in the points. I don't remember what gap we were on. He's now on 43 points difference. But that lap time from Bezzecchi though. If he continues like that, he'll be there again for the final lap. We have got to be really squeaky clean now. Frankie Morbidelli's back up into the podium. Good stuff from the number 21. Now onto the power. I wonder if we're going to get a Lorenzo-styled, Marquez-styled attack here in Mugello for the final few laps. I have thoroughly enjoyed this race though. This has been fantastic. I certainly hope you've enjoyed the video. Apologies for being aggressive in the race earlier on. Maybe I didn't need to be, but I'm just desperate to try and get some points because I'm worried that I'm going to lose too many points to even stand a chance for the championship towards the end of the season. But it is the penultimate lap. Ladies and gentlemen, if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to subscribe because Marquez is on his way out of Tuscany. Where the hell are you going? Where on earth is what's going on? Marquez disappearing into the distance. He goes to turn 1. He's now in Imola. Who knows where he is? He could be at Mazzano. He went that far. I can't believe that. Gifted 25 points. And now Frankie Morbidelli's lost it. Everyone is losing their head in this race today. Bagnaya's gone down. I give up. I give up with this AI. Guys and girls, I think we've just inherited 25 points. Sting says the meek shall inherit the earth. But what worth? I messed it up. What use is a used up world anyway? What use is a used up tyre anyway? Oh man, 25 points for nothing. Well, we still had to be good, we still had to be consistent, we still had to fight with the AI, but I can't take too much pride in knowing that every single time the AI got to the front they crashed. But you have to finish first. You finish first to win. And that's all that matters. You know, I've heard people say that Joan Mir is not a real champion, for example, in 2020. But he's the only man who stayed on the bike long enough and the only man who stayed on the bike enough to get points, or a good chunk of points, to win the championship, therefore is the champion. Doesn't matter how you win it, just if you win it. So we have a 1 second advantage to Aleix Espargaro. This is the final lap of Mugello. Lap times all over the shop. We've got to get a good one in here, guys. We've got to get one here. Come on. Come on, guys. Into the right-hand side for Sandinato. The gap is still 1 second. The number 41 is still not yet close enough. Bezzecchi's now on the podium again. Apologies. I completely missed that. Paul Espargaro's up to 7th. Didn't see that much when I was teaming up with him last season. Pecco Bagnaia is now up to 8th. And this lap is actually looking pretty decent. If we lose any more time, then I'd be a bit more concerned. But as it stands, I think we're all right. 9/10 of a second going into Savelli. All it takes is one mistake and Espargaro's got me. Because the second sectors, they don't make mistakes. It's just the first two. Gap is still a second. Brake nice and early into Scarperia. I'm so glad I finally fathomed out how to tackle the 10th corner here in Mugello correctly. It's been something I needed to do for a long time. I've always struggled there, but now I feel good. Gap is still 8/10 of a second. I can't believe it. From last place on the grid, we have inherited a victory in the sprint. We are about to inherit a victory in the full featured race. 12 laps of Mugello is about to come to its conclusion as we dive into Bacine for the final time this season. This is... or is it? Aleix is very fast into the final corner, guys and girls. Get me on power setting 3. Fingers and toes crossed that we'll cross the line as a victor here in Mugello. We did it. Yeah, it's weird, it's controversial, everything's gone to hell into a handbasket here in Mugello, but we took the win. I can't believe it. Paul Espargaro 7th, Pecco and Bassini 8th and 9th respectively. Miller got 10th. Taka got some points in, yes lad! Taka with a couple of points there in 13th. All is not lost. And there is the retirements. Look at that. I'm within 23 points. Aleix Espargaro's the new championship leader. I'm within 23 points. We've got a championship on our hand, guys and girls. We've got a chance. I can't believe this. We're going to lose points in Sachsenring, I understand that. Try and minimise the damage as much as we can. But for the next couple of races, there's a lot of races. Assen comes up. We could be straight back in the championship challenge. Oh, bring on the next race. Oh, yes. I'm ready. LCR getting a few points in there, courtesy of Taka, of course. But there you go then, guys. Thanks for watching the video. I certainly hope you enjoyed. If you did, let me know in the comments section down below. And I'll discuss everything else in the comments. So, guys, see you there. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow. Ciao for now. Oh, hi. Didn't quite see you there. Good to see you're still here. If this video didn't quite set your appetite, then why not watch some more DrAce content by clicking the video shown on screen now. Furthermore, if you would like to follow me on social media, you can do so now with the links down in the description. Consider subscribing so you don't miss a single DrAce video.